Hello, this is Isaac from That Hashtag Show and Geek Hot, here to review Episode 1, Season 9 of Doctor Who, The Magician's Apprentice. So before we begin, I want to talk about the concept of the new arc. It really looks like the BBC and Moffat are going in a really interesting direction, which is tying in this new element of Davros with the old concepts that we've seen, like the Shadow Proclamation, and what is the role of all of these different people in the Doctor's life, like Clara and Missy. This connection of the past and the future, which we all love because of how irrelevant time is on this show, is, I think, a really good move, and I give it a 4 out of 5 hashtags. So the next thing I want to talk about is the plot development of this particular episode. Now, right away, we got hit with a two-parter episode, and we got a lot of our questions answered, but we also had a lot of new questions come up. The introduction of Davros was absolutely brilliant because we got to see the view from a different point. We got our questions answered on what happened to those who were vaporized by Missy, and so we now are starting to piece all the pieces together. And the pacing went so well for this first episode. The plot was absolutely brilliant and brought in some new concepts, as well as resonated with us for old lore. We're seeing a lot of Toby Whitehouse get his say in, and we're seeing a lot of fantastic, not only European lore, but also this ideas of the storytelling that is, you can see, really taps on the supernatural side and also the monster side of things mixed in with science. It's absolutely brilliant. For the plot, I want to give this 5 out of 5 hashtags. So as far as characters are concerned, right across the board, it really seemed like everyone brought their A game to this show. Peter Capaldi has absolutely immersed himself and has allowed us to immerse ourselves into this show. The writing seems to really focus on what his personality is, and he has basically become the epitome Doctor. Sorry, David. So with that, there has been a very good chemistry between all of the different characters as well. Even though there was a lot of separation between those characters throughout the episode, you could see the atmosphere has really changed because with season 8, you had Peter sort of trying to still perform as Matt Smith did and trying to come into his role. Now he is absolutely his own Doctor, and it's very, very apparent in his performance. Jenna, of course, was a doll. She did very, very well. She always has that ability to make us feel like we can see what it's like through the eyes of a companion. Missy, I'm still not quite convinced yet, and I'm hoping that the development will come across and will sort of, that this idea that she's kind of presenting is because they're really trying to play the psychopath, but she's still elusive, and I think she's still trying to get into her role. Overall, though, with the characters, everyone did a great job, and so for this one as well, I'm gonna have to say 4 out of 5 hashtags. To wrap up, I gotta say this episode was a personal favorite of mine. This will be one that people are rewatching and rewatching and rewatching. This will be a Girl in the Fireplace and a Silence in the Library kind of episode. Now this is a two-parter, so I am definitely hopeful that it can land real solidly. And for this particular part of that two-parter, it was absolutely brilliant, fell through well, was well written, well composed. The actors did a fantastic job getting the points across, opened up a lot of questions for us for the Who universe, and allowed us to create a lot of speculations while still answering some of the things that we have been waiting for in anticipation. And so for me personally, I gotta say overall, I can give it 5 out of 5 hashtags. Reporting from the Comic Bug here in Manhattan Beach, I'm Isaac. You can find me at Time and Space Cosplay on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for all things trending in geek pop culture. And this is That Hashtag Show. Allons-y.